Good morning, Tom. Good morning, everyone. Tom, aka Nostradamus. I do quickly want to get into the Chia. Chia is going to be a bit of the focus today. Man, I got to tell you, I don't know, it's probably about Friday of last week. I was still investigating Chia. I was just like, man, I came across one video and the dude's like, is it worth it? And he's like, probably not. So I almost aborted. I almost didn't even get into Chia. Now I'm deep down the rabbit hole. I am deep down the rabbit hole. I'm actually, it's a love-hate relationship. So Chia is actual farming. It's actual work. A little bit of background on me. I'm a network system, cloud, security engineer. So I'm no idiot when it comes to IT. And this takes a little bit of IT knowledge. You need to know your way around a computer. You need to know your way around blockchain. So this has a little bit of barrier to entry, though there's plenty of people out there in the world that knows basic computing, etc., and they know their way around blockchain a bit. So there's definitely going to be plenty of people out here doing this. Need to understand, so there's plotting, and we'll get more into this. There's plotting, and then the plots build your actual, like, the plotting work, then your plot gets complete, and you get put over into your farm and it starts farming, right? So we'll get deeper into that. But you need to understand certain things like how much threading, processing, CPU, how much RAM per plot, how much temporary storage per plot. The fact that you want to plot your plots on fast NVMe SSD M2 drives. And you have to be wary of like how good those drives are, like how many, because these things, man, they're thrashing and trashing drives. Like it could take them out in a few weeks. So there are different drives, and this may be a learning pain. There's a lot of learning curves already for me, and we're going to get into some of the headaches. I actually canceled the order on the 1 terabyte SSD drive. Well, I didn't cancel it. I'm going to return it, and I ordered these 2 terabyte ones instead. Hopefully, I think they're more higher endurance, and they're more, because they're 2 terabytes, I'll be able to do more simultaneous plots. Again, we're going to get into that. So again, you know my background as an engineer. I have a degree in business. I've been trading for decades. So that's just like a triple, the hat trick of, you know, I'm just built for Chia farming, but it gets better, man. A lot of you may or may not know this. I grew up in a farm on Kansas, and I was farming at a ripe young age. I think it's probably like age 12. I was driving a tractor, plowing the fields, chiseling the fields, disking the fields. I wasn't very good. I was pretty good at all those, but whenever they needed me to plant wheat or milo or corn, my rows weren't too good. I don't have the fake focus and patience, man. Anyway. So I know how to farm, and I'll tell you what, farming's hard work. So is Chia, and there's definitely some headaches. I want to quickly look at the markets. The stock market's ugly. Crypto doing pretty good, and then we're gonna hop into the Chia. Saint gang, good morning. How are you doing is the real question. I'm doing amazing. Let's hop over to Tastyworks real quick. I am looking to put a trade on. Over in the small account, I have about $3,000 in cash. I haven't deployed it yet. I did want to deploy it into Polkadot. Tastyworks took too long. Now Polkadot's on there, but I wanted to buy Polkadot when it was $30. Don't get me wrong, I still like Polkadot, but I think the best play on the board right now is Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. So I'm thinking about putting that $3,000 straight to work in Bitcoin. Let's look at the chart. It gets down to about this level. Current level right here, it does wick a bit. So I think this is a pretty good level. So my thought on Bitcoin is, I don't know how long it's going to stay range bound. But eventually alt season's going to come to an end, and Bitcoin's going to do its next move up. I don't know if that's going to be today, tomorrow, next week, next month. I don't know. And I don't know when the altcoin, oh man, Cardano's like just really bouncing around between $1.70 and $1.80. I mean, nothing to complain about. It's great that we're in the $1.70 now. Hopefully we don't get another chili dipper down to like $1.60, $1.50. I'm okay with this being its new range. I wouldn't mind another move up. But again, I don't know when these alts are going to start pumping. I feel like Ethereum, man, it just keeps going. I feel like it's almost destined to reach 4,500, possibly even 5,000 this week. 5,000 is quite a bit of a moonshot, but CPI can't. I knew they were doing the CPI in April and 4.2 so far, but 1/3 is from used cars. So if we take that out, oh, not 3,528. Yeah, I don't really know what all that means, to be honest. I would have to dig into that and read more into it. I know the market no likey. The market no likey. Let's see. Let's check them markets. NASDAQ. I mean, it was down over 200, so we'll see. There's a lot of different thoughts going around about what's causing the stock market crash. Most of it's probably just uncertainty. Eventually, the buyers are going to come back. It's just a matter of when. Let's look at... Oh, wow, that's quite a dip. Actually, let's pull this up in... Let's pull this up in Trading View. Let's pull up my QQQ. Inflation rate on consumer goods. All right, so let's pull this up on the QQQ. I haven't looked at my QQQ. Woo, ugly. All right, so we were talking about this quite a bit, maybe a month ago. And I was talking like it could get pretty ugly. You know, the comparisons to the .com crash. We go all the way back and you really zoom out. I don't want to spend too much time on this because I do want to get to the Chia. I know some Chia people are going to come in and already hitting thumbs down. I promise you, we're going to get there. So you could see the comparisons, the .com crash. And it's looking pretty ugly. And this is why I was pretty bearish. And I mean, a bit of a contrarian. Everyone was really bullish. Stimulus, we're going to the moon, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know. But I didn't take my own advice. And I continued to trade a bunch of bullish put spreads. And how many YouTubers out there show you their portfolio like this, even when they're losing money? Dude, boys and girls, open book here. You can't win them all the time. I've been getting my ass handed to me in the stock market. It is what it is. Luckily, a lot of this is just defined risk put spreads. We still got Coinbase kind of holding me up. The IRA's been taking a beating, but I mean, so this Tesla position's up 20,000 since the open. It was up like 40, 50,000 recently until this recent pullback. I don't know how long this is going to last. We're going to stay engaged in the stock market, but our focus is on cryptocurrency right now. We've been making a killing in cryptocurrency. Dude, I'm not even lying. I could see myself just almost completely abandoning the stock market short to long term, to be honest. The opportunity in the cryptocurrency market is just freaking amazing. I think it's going to continue to be that way for a while, especially if Ian, tell me in the house. Good morning. How you doing, brother? Anyway, I don't want to wax on too much about that. Could come back to 200-day moving average. Where is that bad boy at? That's pretty far down there. And that's way down there if I remember correctly. Do I have the 200 on here? I'm pretty sure I do. It is the purple. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So that. Yeah. No, I've discussed that in the past. I think it could come down even below that. Like if it really came down, the 200 moving average is around 320. I mean, I think this red line's in play, and this red line would bring us down to around 230. Morning. Yeah. Good morning, Ian. I mean, if you look at this green trend line, if you take this green trend line all the way back to the .com crash, I mean, that is a very respectable rate of return over the years. And the rate of return we've gotten in the NASDAQ, it's been euphoria. You know, we talk about this all the time in cryptocurrency, euphoria. Guys, we've been in euphoria. The Trump area was just straight euphoria when it came to the stock market. Not to bring politics into it, but I'll give Trump credit where credit's due. The stock market was pretty freaking good when Trump was in office, right? You might think I'm a Trump supporter, but don't think too quickly. Thought coin was Friday after hours. I think it's Thursday. I think it's tomorrow. So 5:13 after hours is what I have. I might try and live stream it. You know, it's a big position of mine. I'm really excited about Coinbase. I think Coinbase is going to the moon this year. I don't know, man. Like, to me, I think Coinbase when it was under 300 is still not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. Anyway, let's get to Chia and we can get back to this. I don't want to. If you're new to the channel, if you came here for the Chia, I am going to be doing a lot more Chia content, trial and error. I'm learning as we go. Be sure to like, subscribe, bell button. You know, it's not going to be the only focus of the channel. I'm also deep down the rabbit hole of the HNT mining. I can't wait for that to come in. My PC is coming in today. I'm super excited. That thing cost me $4,000. But I tell you what, man, I'm this close to buying another one. Look at this. And this is the, where are we at? This is what this bad boy, and I put in a ridiculously high 50 cents a kilowatt hour because where I live, once I hit, California has these, California, man, taxes, energy, water, costs you an arm and a leg out here. You hit these tiers and you hit them fast, man. And that fourth tier, you're paying an ass load for your energy. And I think 50 cents, I mean, I need to look at my thing, but I think around 40, 50 cents per kilowatt hour. I put in 50 cents a kilowatt hour. I need to tune this up a little, but at current prices, the video card I got coming in at 50 cents a kilowatt hour is making me about $26 a day. Let me tell you, the second my doorbell rings, I need to get that bad boy up and put it to work. That's Ethereum at current prices, dude. I think Ethereum's doubling this year still. So if I can put that thing to work, I don't know the last day to mine Ethereum. And they said Q4, sometime Q4. So if I can get 4 or 5 months, what is that, like $900 a month? At current prices, you're talking 45. I should be able to mine $4,500 in Ethereum. That pays the PC off, man. That's pretty good, and that's at current prices. If I can hold on to that, Ethereum might go to 20, 30, 40, 50,000. So this close to buying another one, man, because I'll put that bitch to work farming Ethereum right away. Farming some Chia with it, man. The Chia though, Chia is expensive to mine because them hard drives, boy, they are expensive and they're not getting any cheaper. So we're gonna hop over to Chia. The hard drives I got coming in this week too. One of the problems is again, I'm probably gonna return the 1 terabyte M2 drives, and the new ones aren't coming in the next week, which is a bit of a bummer because I really want to get those to plotting. So let's hop over and let's talk about some of the headaches and we can talk about it. So yesterday I fired off 3 plots in a row, right? And we discussed this. So I told this to do 3 plots. So each plot takes 239 gigs of free space. I don't know why it takes double, but it does. And it eventually creates this 101 gigabyte plot, right? So you plot the fast SSD, and it tells you right here, you plot the fast SSD space so that it happens quickly, and then it moves it over to your slower hard drives, right? So it takes a while for this to happen, and there's more details we can get into later, like fine-tuning the logs and your threads and stuff. So I told it to do 3 plot in parallel, and I told it to give like a 60-minute delay. Well, let me tell you, that didn't work out. I only have 370 gigs of free space. So I don't even technically, I might be able to pull off 2 plots at once because of different phases and how much hard drive space it actually uses. So I might try that again today to try and do 2. But the problem I had is I had 3, it filled up the hard drive and it basically just freezes all the plotting and there's nothing you can do but restart your computer, right? Well, when you restart your computer, I ran into a couple other issues we'll get into, but you have to fire it back up and then it has to sync. And man, this process takes forever. It's been syncing now for about 2 hours. Actually, I did all this yesterday. I booted it back up, then freaking Windows updates came and I came back in this morning and I had to start all over. So I think this could take several more hours for this to complete. And then my plots will start farming. So these are plots that I've already done. So it's about getting as many plots as you can get going concurrently and efficiently. There's a lot of optimization and headaches here. And you know, we'll continue to discuss this quite a bit around here. And then it's all about, so it starts filling up your hard drive space, right? So if you have 10 terabyte hard drives, 20 or 12, 8, 16, 18 terabyte hard drives, it's about as getting many plots as you can get going, but you need a lot of SSD space for that to happen. And you need around 4 gigs of RAM per plot, and you need 1 to 2 CPU threads for all this to happen, and you need to optimize it with your delays and stuff. So there's a lot going on there, right? Obviously, you can, if you don't want to optimize it as much, you can be a little bit more free about it. Only do 1 or 2 plots at a time. It's going to take longer. And then it starts filling up your hard drive. So this is only a 2 terabyte hard drive storage being handled by a NUC. So once I get all this other stuff in, I'm going to have 2 beefy PCs just going ham on some 10 terabyte hard drives. My current estimate time to win with what I've had so far, only 400 gigs. You see this total size of plot, only 400 gigs. Like 5 years. So I'm going to be really curious to see once I really start getting some plots cranked out and farming. It's still going to be, and there's a bit of a lottery to it. But at the end of the day, the pools are coming out, and at $1,000 a Chia, it doesn't, I think the pools might be a pretty good consistent rate of return. And I think Chia farming could be fairly profitable long term. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and spend a bunch of money on this because, you know, I'm getting a new computer that I need. At the end of the day, I'm currently, worst case scenario, I'll have 40 terabytes of storage. And I need the storage, man. I'll have 40 terabytes of storage and a brand new computer that I need. Still farming the hell out of Ethereum. I think Ethereum alone will pay off what I've already spent money on. And I think Chia is going to be some fun. If we start bringing in some Chia, I might start adding more hard drive space and then eventually just start stacking Chia, because I think Chia does have a pretty good chance of being a really good long-term cryptocurrency. I by no means think it's going to replace Bitcoin, but there's a lot of things I really like about it. It is more energy efficient. You got to think about it like it's on hard drives. All these things are on hard drive space. So I don't know what that means. Like when you hear these disaster scenarios, what if there's an EMP or whatever? I mean, theoretically, as long as you can bring the network back online and you have a back, I don't know. Anyway, let's catch up. Coin number should almost double from last quarter. Yeah. Are you in Coin, SGG and Ian? Isn't HNT? Yeah, HNT is pretty, it is a lot of work, man. I would not recommend doing Chia unless you kind of enjoy a little bit of headache. Another thing I really don't like about, so HNT is like a whole different headache, man. Getting your hands on these miners is really difficult. I would not eBay them. You don't know if those things have been hacked, and they're like several $1,000s. eBay, and most of the eBay listings are pre-order. All these assholes are doing is pre-ordering it and then charging more on. They're just reselling it. I don't even know how, like the negative reviews I would imagine they would get on that. But I think HNT is going to be a big one too. We'll see. We're going to be doing a lot of HNT, but right now it's just a waiting game to get my things in. I might even put up like an 18 dBi antenna. That's right, boys and girls. I'm also certified in wireless, so I'm no dummy when it comes to wireless. I might I won't be putting it up. I'll be calling up a cable installer I work with all the time. Yo, bro, I got a dime bag for you. You know what's up. So definitely going to be checking that out. I've ordered 3 so far: the Synchro Bit and the North American SA, who apparently white labels the Synchro Bit. Even though they're not listed on the website, they're in the price, like they just raised their prices from $400 to $6. The freaking Bobcat miners are 12 to 20 weeks out, and it's probably going to get worse if you order it now. And the Bobcat seems like it's going to be a really cool miner with its 4 dBi antenna, but you got to pay in cryptocurrency, and it's from a place in China, so it's pretty sketchy. I mean, people are getting them, but there's also some, people like, you have to worry about making sure you put the miner fee in there, and it's just be ready. If you go the Bobcat route, just be ready that you might lose your money, right? With the other one I did it with PayPal, so you got 180 days. The Synchrobit, again, is the white label. So I got a Synchrobit and that NPSA or whatever the F it's called. I paid $400 for them. They're now $600. One really cool thing is you can remote manage those. And I will be putting one of each at a friend's, probably one down in LA and another one in the town I'm in right now. They both owe me. So I don't have to they're going to be like, what's this? And I'm going to be like, don't worry about it. I don't want them trying to, how do you, a lot of people have this problem. Hey, bro, let me put this in your house. Oh, well, what is it? It's just what do you say, right? Because they're gonna be like, what? You can make a lot of money? No, man, split it with me. Or how do I buy one of these? Then you could tell me, yeah, go ahead and buy one, because you're not gonna get that shit for another year. How are you gonna sell your Chia? Yeah, XCH. Right now, the only place to sell it is on Gate.io. I don't know, man. First of all, I gotta earn Chia, right? My thought is, I probably say I got lucky, because if you win 2 Chia. I probably will sell it right away, even though I think by 2025 that thing can go up a lot. This really does have a lot of potential, because again, Metcalfe's law adoption, dude, China's going crazy for Chia, crazy, right? The pools are coming. There's a lot of people talking about it. So I would like to get to a point, I would love to get some Chia, take that money, buy some more hard drives, and just start cranking this out. Probably join the pool, that Coin Breakthrough guy's pool. Respect that guy's channel quite a bit. Try and get consistent rewards and just let it farm for the next 4 years and see where the chips fall. Maybe I got 10, 20, 50, 100 Chia in 4 years and it's worth 10 grand, 20 grand a piece. Who knows? Maybe it goes to 0. I still have a nice computer, some nice hard drive storage space, and some other thing will come around. You know what I'm saying, dude? This is not going to be, even if Chia dies, some other storage, there's storage out there, there's BitTorrent, there'll be some other thing that comes along, some opportunity to put this to work. At minimum, I feel like I wouldn't go crazy, right? I don't know what I don't know what anyone that comes across this channel's financial status is. I wouldn't go out there putting $10, $20, $30,000 on a credit card if you can't afford it. You maybe be able to pay yourself. Dude, give it some time. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do anything silly. Guys, I know Ian and Saint Gang know, but I've spent about 7 grand on hard drives and a new PC. And alone, I'm going to probably make my money back just on Ethereum. I can afford to take a risk with 7 grand, right? It's not going to put me in the poorhouse. It's all relative to your financial decision. Why would it's the same reason people would buy any cryptocurrency for what's its utility, right? So for HNT, it's the utility is all in IoT. There's going to be IoT companies. Like, so when companies get on the blockchain, they have to, they have to have the coin and etc. Right? And then the currency. I'm not an expert at all this, but they, it's just like when all the projects get on Ethereum, they need to buy a bunch of Ethereum or whatever it is, or Cardano. They need to accumulate a lot of Cardano and the Cardano nodes, etc., and use it for the exchanges. So it's for helium, it's the same thing. It's all centered around IoT. So the whole IoT industry, any projects that get involved and on helium networks are going to need to have helium on their balance, or however you word that, right? It works with anything IoT related, and there's a lot of stuff. You're talking about like geotagging on animals, you're talking about smart home stuff, and there's like even like a lot of parking at businesses use IoT sensors. The IoT thing is going to be huge. And there's other projects too, like VeChain is very IoT centric, and maybe there's some partnerships there. And the supply and demand alone, and just the miners and the people getting involved, again, Metcalfe's law. So if there's a big solid background network for these companies to get on and it's working, proof of coverage, you don't necessarily like a helium miner. You could have helium miners out in the middle of nowhere covering areas of like 20-30 miles, right? So you're getting this nice, where you don't necessarily have to have, you could have a 60-mile range where you have one AP over here. Now you'd still have to have 30, right? Or maybe, now it would have to be about 30 miles apart. And you could have these areas that don't necessarily have, internet connections to it. The whole proof of coverage thing is really cool. I don't know. So the big thing with Chia, and it's all about, I don't know the full utility, right? I don't know if they're actually going to use that storage or something like BitTorrent or etc. But it's definitely one of the big thing about it is it's green. It takes a lot less money to farm Chia. And with Bitcoin, right? So maybe Chia is just a store of value. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. If anyone knows and you're watching this later, hey, Sarah, what's going on? Welcome to Sarah, good friend of mine locally. By the way, Sarah is one of the people I will be putting a helium miner in. I don't know if she's hearing this and she doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about, but a helium miner is going in your house. You don't know this yet. Oh my goodness, my light just went out. Oh well. Anyway, where was I? So, blockchain, Bitcoin is just a store of value, and all the blocks have to be validated, right? But it takes a lot of ASIC miners and energy to do this. Chia, it's all the validations done via the hard drives and stuff. So it's a lot less energy, right? So I think there's a lot of potential there. I mean, there's trade-offs to everything, man. Like, is it more energy efficient? Yeah, but dude, how much energy does it take to produce all these freaking hard drives? How much waste? I don't know, man. There's going to be pros and cons coming out of it. At the end of the day, I'm having some fun with it. Whether the adoption sticks, whether it's worth a lot of money in the future, I don't know. Again, I'm at a point where I think I'll be able to make my money back just on Ethereum alone. Worst case, I'll have a computer and 40 terabytes of storage that, dude, I'm rocking. My computer right now has 8 terabytes of storage, and I'm constantly fighting what I want to delete and what I want to don't delete. I need no, it's just going to be, so I'm going to tell you right now, it's a little AP that I'm going to put in your house. And that's it, man. It's good. It'll help people find their lost dogs and cats, and that's all you need to know. I'll tell you more about it later though. Anyway, let's see what's going on in the markets. Coinbase has turned green. That's great. Tesla, I don't know why this thing keeps bugging out. Tesla's not bad. It was down quite a bit. It was down below 600. I believe the markets are, well, I mean, my stocks are turning around. Mara and Riot are a little bit red. Bitcoin's starting to go green. Instead of buying Bitcoin, oh my goodness, I lost out on like 800. Well, $800. All right. Shut up, Tom. Just buy it. All right, how do you do this? I forget. We go to trade. We go to crypto. Dot, ETH. No, I want Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin's a really good value. Like I've already mentioned, I think Bitcoin is going to have its next leg up. We're going to buy 3,100, almost max out what I got left. Review. Send, boom, boom, boom. All right, I just added, and according to an article I just read recently, you only need like 0.01 Bitcoin to be one of the richest people in the world by like 2025. So I'm gonna be rich AF in 4 or 5 years, right? I got my girl Sarah out there making some money in Bitcoin and Ethereum too. Don't listen to Saint Gang, Sarah. All right, let's see what we got going on. We already mentioned Tesla, Mara, right? Mara and Right should turn green here pretty soon. One of these still has earnings this week, so Mara's gonna come Thursday with Coinbase. It looks like Riot maybe did Riot. These earnings don't matter on these companies, right? Like, I don't see Mara and Riot having anything in earnings that's going to move the needle. The only thing that moves the needle on these companies is freaking Bitcoin. I'm happy that let's look at, so Palantir had earnings the other day. It was, you know, a mixed bag. They're still looking pretty decent. I think Palantir is going to be a monster over the next 5 to 10 years. I would love to hold on to these 100 shares. The hodl, hold on for dear life. And let's wrap this up, see what's going on in cryptocurrency. Again, like, subscribe, bell button. The QQQ. Are we going to catch a bid this week? Probably not. Speaking of which, we definitely got some problem children. Really wish you would stop doing that. We got some problem children. I got 2 days to go on this Tesla. I need a massive gift from the gods. We need $80 in the next 2 days. It's possible, dude. Like, some news comes out and this market starts ripping real quick. It's possible, but it's unlikely. A massive gift from the gods on that one we're gonna need. But we're gonna YOLO that one out. All right, Bitcoin is on the move. I yacked too much and I missed out on some profits. Ethereum 4,300. What is the all-time high on this? It is 43.72. We're pushing, boys and girls. I think it's going to go. Cardano's moving again, 175. Polkadot over $40. Loving it. One last look at the portfolio. I think that's all-time highs, boys and girls, for the portfolio. We're moving towards the 2 comma club. Who cares? Who freaking cares that I'm getting my ass handed to me over in the stock market, right? Like this, dude, we're about to go green in the stock market in my portfolio. Remember 20 minutes ago, I was down a few $100s. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow, 6:25 a.m. PST. Be there, be square. Love you all, and peace.